Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Leslie, and today we are going to plan in the month of August, which is a magic month because I get paid 1, 2, 3 times. And I'm going to take my budget book number 2 and budget book number 1 and lay down my stickers for my various bills and paydays, and then we can prepare for a cash stuffing tomorrow. Let's go. Alright, so you might hear it in my voice. I'm a bit tired and traumatized. I put a post on this morning while we were still laying down. I have to keep checking on him because I'm scared he's going to stop breathing. We went on our 45-minute walk last night. I walk 45 minutes every night. It was part of my 75 hard, but now I just do it. I don't even know what day I'm on. But I am losing weight, so that's all that matters. Anyway, we were on our 45-minute walk and, you know, going fine, and then all of a sudden, I didn't see it, but I guess Duke was trying to sniff a cat, and the cat didn't trust him and swatted at him with his claws and caught him in the neck. And Duke yelped and, kind of barked and growled, and then I said, all right, come on, let's get away from the cat before it gets you again. So we walked up to the corner, and I noticed that Duke was licking his paws a lot. And I was like, well, surely the cat got you. Let's see how bad it is. I picked him up, and there was a... If you don't like the sight of blood, close your eyes for the next 30 seconds. I will tell you when to reopen. But I'm going to show a picture of what he looked like. So I took this picture of this beautiful, you can see this, took this picture of this beautiful black sunflower. Oh my goodness, it was beautiful. Then we turned the corner, and here's the blood stains. I just picked him up. I saw that blood, it was on his neck. I picked him up and immediately applied pressure to that area. And so I just started walking towards my house, and I was like, who do I grab? What neighbor could handle this? There's all the blood all over my hands. Okay, you can open your eyes now. It's gone. So I picked him up, immediately applied pressure on the spot, walked around the corner trying to figure out who I was going to call, what I was going to do. My niece is at least 20 minutes away. I don't know if my dog's going to bleed out in my hands or if it was a major jugular. I did not remove my hand to see if the bleeding had stopped. No way. You got to stay with me, buddy. So, I saw this guy that I see often when we're walking at night. And so I said, excuse me, help. And all I could do was show him my hand. And he said, well, it doesn't look like it's bleeding anymore. He said, I said, can you just help me get to an emergency vet? I just need someone to help me. I don't have anybody. I live alone. And he's like, yeah, certainly, sure, no problem. I'm like, okay. So, this stranger that I picked up off the side of the road rode with us, and he held Duke while I drove, and we went, I had my niece on one line. He's calling his friend that's a vet on his phone, and I'm asking her to start calling emergency vets, find out where they are, what's the closest one, who's open, who can take him. And she keeps getting, nope, we're full, we're full, we're full. And so I was like, well, where do I go? And she said, well, just go to the 3-chopped one. But then the person that was on the phone with the person that I picked up, the male that I picked up, was a veterinarian, and she said go down to Carytown, you know, to that vet. There's plenty of emergency vets down there. So we went to Carytown, which is just in the city of Richmond, our capital city. Drove all that way, parked the car in a 7-Eleven, walked to the first place. It looked like it was closed, so I stopped some kids, like college kids, on the street and said, my dog got punctured in the neck. He's bleeding. I've got to get him to an emergency vet. This one looks closed. Where do I go? And they're like, there's one here and there's one here and there's one there. And I'm like, I couldn't even figure out how to get to where I needed to go or what was happening. My brain wasn't working. So once my now friend Wayne walked up with my purse and my phone, because I left all that in the car with the stranger. Could have taken everything and left me stranded. He walked up and I was like, tell him, I don't know, I can't, nothing's happening. I'm in shock, I'm freaking out, whatever, right? Like, I'm calm, but my brain is in trauma, right? Can't think, can't process. So, yeah, we went to this other one, which was on the opposite side of the road. So you have to get in the car and drive around the block and find parking. Then we walk in and they're like, oh my gosh, you know, I don't know that we would be able to, you know, do what he may need if he, you know. And I was like, I just need somebody to clean it and look at it, and I can take him to the vet tomorrow just to make sure he's not bleeding out. And they were like, well, we don't see any active bleeding. And I'm like, okay, fine, clean it. Tell me something. Well, we're full. So then they sent us back to the other one that was closed, and we just went and we knocked on the door and we're like, look, we went over there, they sent us here, you know, we've tried other ones, everybody's saying they're full, somebody has to take us. This is a puncture wound to the neck of a Yorkie, please. And they were like, we have a lot of critical patients, we can't take any more. She said, try this place. I said, that's where we just came from. She said, just try, you know, try and see if they can at least clean it up. She said, we just absolutely can't. And I don't know what kind of world we live in, and I know all the pets need all the attention, but if you come up to a door, like if I walked into an emergency room holding my hand to my neck and I was bleeding, somebody would help me. And I know there are more pets than there are humans on this earth, but if you have a puncture wound to the neck, full capacity or not, somebody do something. That really made me mad. So I'm going to look into that and research further and see what we need to do to make that not happen. Anyway, so I went back to the other place, which was called Urgent Vet. And they said, you're back again. And I said, everybody's turning us away, please. And the guy with me, he was like, look, please, just clean it, you know, just clean it and help her to just know that, you know, the dog is going to be okay. And she said, all right, look, we can clean it and look at it, clip the hair around it and look at it and, you know, figure out a game plan. She said, we just can't do anything that requires anesthesia and all of that. And I'm like, that's fine. Just something to make sure he can make it till tomorrow so I can take him to his regular vet. I don't care. I will pay whatever. So they had the vet look at it, and she said the same thing that the televet said to my passenger, which was, I don't like the sight of that swelling. We need to get x-rays and make sure that the cat did not rupture his, or, you know, tear his esophagus or his trachea, and, or, you know, anything major in there. And she said, I think it's just a hematoma, which I was like, that's what I'm hoping. I said, because I put my pressure on it, you know, immediately and stopped that bleeding. So I figured probably fluid was building up underneath of there, but I need to know that there isn't fluid flowing throughout his body. Or now I'm freaking out, because do we know fluid's not flowing through his body? Anyway, so they said, all right, here's the game plan. We can take an x-ray, make sure that the trachea wasn't hit and there's, you know, no injuries to anything around. She said we can clip the hair around it, clean up the wound. We can prescribe him painkillers, anti-inflammatories, and antibiotics. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes, just something so I can get him to the vet tomorrow. And she's like, nope, if we do all that, you shouldn't have to take him tomorrow. She said, you should take him, you know, within the next week for a follow-up. If you see anything change or he gets worse or, you know, whatever, definitely take him to the vet immediately. I was so happy. I was like, thank you, thank you, thank you. So they gave him a shot of opioids. And I was like, oh, I don't know. We don't do big drugs like that. We don't do things like that, right? That's a little much for us. We're just little. So they gave it to him, and that was just to get him to relax enough so they could get the x-rays, do the shavings, whatever. Did all of that, came back within about 20 minutes. The trachea is fine, doesn't look like anything that she can tell has been hit. It's just a bad bruise and swelling. So she sent me home. She said she's not going to put him in a cone because of where the hit was, or the puncture wound is. It's going to rub on it. So I'm keeping him off his collar, off his harness, which is soaked in blood anyway and needs to be cleaned. And I'm just taking him out back to pee and poo. And after I gave him his medicines this morning, he got to eat some chicken and some cat food, because he loves cat food, even though it's not the best, but I don't know that it's really different than his food, because both of them get grain-free salmon flavored food. Anyway, so it was a traumatic experience. I don't know if it's the trauma or, you know, the pain or what, but he's just kind of puny today. And I did give him all of his medicines, which includes that pain medicine, which also makes him drowsy. So he just kind of, you know, he's drunk right now, kind of walking around and just laying down and resting, which I think is the very best thing. Yeah, him's a good boy. That he can do. And he's had a little bit to eat, to put something on his stomach, because he hadn't eaten last night. And he finally drank a little something just now, which makes me happy. Not much, but it's something. So, yeah, that's story time. Now we're going to change gears and we're going to get into budgeting. So, yes, I am talking softly because the dog is traumatized and I am traumatized, and we must remain calm. Alright, so let me first mark my paydays. Which will be on the 2nd. I failed my nose bend in July, whatever. I'm going to try for another one in August, but I am kind of on Christmas shopping mode because I usually go Christmas shopping with my niece and my great niece, and I just want to be able to pull up the sticker first of all. I just want to be able to get all of their gifts done and over with, so I don't have to worry about that. So I would say the beginning of school starting is going to be a good time for me to have a no spend, because maybe at night I'll be too tired to go shopping after work. So there we go. That's the week of no spend. All right. Now let's find our bills. What did we decide we wanted to use in here? I think I'm going to use the larger ones in here because I can color code much easier. So, let's see here. So I'll have half the house. That's what the problem was. I didn't have enough room. Maybe we'll try these. I'll just try these. Half the house. Let me check a different one because that one has different stuff. Okay. All right. Yep, gotta check my phone. Hold on, Becky. Okay. That baby is laying down drinking water. Okay, so this is half the house. Then they are going to do my IRA on the 2nd. Okay, so let's write those down. This is 1/2 house IRA. Okay, August 20th, which will be the next paycheck. We'll do that one in yellow. That will be my gas bill. And my gas bill is $24. Let me pull these out. I can't write with the rings. That baby is laying right by his water bottle, or his water bowl. He dragged his laying butt. That just kind of freaks me out. Okay? Just gonna put that out there. And the cat's over here saying, "Excuse me, I'd like some running water." And I'm like, you gonna have to fend for yourself, because right now I'm not happy with cats. Just kidding. I'll take care of my cat. Alright, what did we say? $24? Gas. 24. Okay. Dominion Energy is due on 8/19. So that will be from that yellow check. Oh, we'll have to put a 1/2 house here. I think I'm still, yeah, I'm still shaking. I'm just a hot mess. Okay, let's see if we have any more of those. We forgot to check. That's all right. We'll just use this one. No, we'll use this one. And this is, and the amount is, 146. 146. That's the highest I've ever had. Okay. That one's been paid. That one's been paid. Okay, Sling. Alright, so the internet. Oh, I don't have an internet bill because I paid twice. $190. So we won't have an internet bill for a little while. We will have Cirrus. So I'm going to put Cirrus. When will Cirrus be due? I'm going to put it right here because I don't know right now. I can move it later. Cirrus is $6. Might go out on the 19th. I don't know. We'll put it on the 19th. Then on the 20th, I'm going to put my phone. We're just going to have all kinds of different stickers, and everything is fine. I'm a little shaky, but it's fine. Phone. 77. Okay, Sling. Sling, it's all going to be within this bill, so I don't know the exact dates. 46. I think. And the gas bill, half the house, okay. The HOA and the IRA will come out of this paycheck, which will be green. Half the house. HOA. IRA. All right. Sling, I'm not sure about. It should only be 46, but I don't know. So that is the month at a glance. Now, I am going to prepare for my cash stuffing. and then I will be back in just a moment. Alright guys, I think I'm going to end it here since I told such a long story. I will add the stuffing breakdown at the beginning of tomorrow's video, and I'll go to the bank then and grab the cash, and we'll have the stuffing for Saturday. Sunday I've already filmed. It was Friday's video, but it got pushed to Sunday, so there won't be a plan with me on that day. But maybe I can bring you one this weekend. I don't know what my schedule is going to be as far as filming for the upcoming week or so. You know, at least for the next few days, it's going to be sporadic, because I just want to focus on the dog and make sure he's okay. Alright guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe. I'm trying to get to 700 subscribers. That's my next goal. Just get me to 700. You can do that by hitting subscribe today. It's free. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.